Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who trusted their gut feelings. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. In the days of MySpace, a girl I knew through high school extracurriculars posted a vague warning about an active duty sailor she met online who seemed normal but suddenly wouldn't take no for an answer. I messaged her to ask if she was okay and she told me his name, warning me not to engage with him if he tried to contact me. She then mentioned how she had been deleting some of her pictures and profile details because she honestly thought he might try to show up where she worked or even at our shared after school activity. Literally the following week, I had shown up for said extracurricular and was in the process of setting up with a few other people. The girl was in the women's restroom down a long dark isolated hall far removed from the primary entryway. Out of nowhere, a guy who looked high schoolish in the face and build and could fit in with us only in that sense, but who I had never seen before, showed up and began looking around as if he knew the place and knew what he was after. I was used to other kids around my age dropping by to visit us out of curiosity, but they would normally just stand around awkwardly until approached. This guy's level of focus struck me as extremely disconcerting, and I couldn't shake this feeling that I needed to tell the girl and any nearby adult. Because I felt so weirded out, I already knew I didn't want to talk to him, so I looked at the sign-in sheet at the entryway. He was the creeper the girl told me about. As soon as I knew that he couldn't take notice of where I was headed, I booked it down the hall towards the women's restroom where I found the girl and told her what I saw and how I knew it was him. She started crying uncontrollably and I told her to lock the door and that I was going to tell the adults in charge as soon as I could find them. I then found two of the adults and told them what I saw and knew of the situation. The fact that the guy in question was literally just in the other room from us and that the girl had already locked herself in the bathroom. I was only 15. I don't know how I stayed so calm. The adults kicked right into action, escorting the guy off the premises and filing a police report. That's so scary. So he literally went to her school. A grown man, an active sailor stalking a 15-year-old. He goes to her school to try to find her. Yeah, that man belongs in prison. Seriously, he belongs behind the bars. What the hell? That is scary. A grown man stalking a kid? Yeah, no. Seriously, get out of here. But seriously, good on this person for being so aware and being like, this guy's dodgy ass. I noticed pain in my lower back one morning and thought I slept it wrong or something. Throughout the day, it continued and started to feel like when you get kicked in the groin. Thought to myself, it's probably cancer. Did a self-check and didn't think I noticed anything and had my girlfriend do the same and she wasn't sure. Called a urology office on my gut feeling and got the last appointment before Christmas break. It was cancer, but it was super early and I've been fine since. Wow, these people have like next level gut feeling. Because I know a lot of us would just be like, that hurts. It's probably nothing. They really were like, that hurts. It's cancer. That's scary. Because, you know, a lot of Asian parents, like, so many things hurt for them and they're still just like, it's nothing, you know, just get some Tiger Balm, rub it on and it'll be fine. Excuse me? My grandfather, he used to never wear his seatbelt. One day he's driving around with my mum and suddenly remarks, I feel like I'm going to go through the windshield, and buckles in. Less than 30 seconds later, as they're going through an intersection, a car blows the red light going like 40 miles per hour and slams into my grandpa's side of the car. He walked away with nothing worse than some fractured ribs and now he always wears a seatbelt. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, these gut feelings are too specific, you know? I feel like I'm going to get thrown out the windshield today and die. Oh, imagine you're sitting in the car and your grandpa says that to you. Oh, shit. You gotta double the seat belts. Someone I came in contact with at work semi-frequently, once every 1 to 2 months, gave me the creeps, but for no apparent reason. He never said anything inappropriate or touched me, and I could never figure out why. A couple of years, it came to light he was drugging young patients and videotaping, R-rating them in his clinic, a family medicine doctor. His wife found the footage and turned him in. I have so many situations like this, but this one definitely stands out. Excuse me? Excuse me? He's a family medicine doctor? Some doctors are dodgy as. But yeah, seriously, good on the wife for outing him out. Because I feel like some people wouldn't do that. When I was a teen, I'd make a few bucks helping a local farmer bale hay. The hay would be stacked on a trailer and towed by a tractor to the barn. I usually sat on the front of the trailer on the way to the barn, but I suddenly felt like that wasn't a good place to be and I moved to the back. As soon as I did, I heard a clang. The hitch had come loose from the tractor while heading down a steep hill. I climbed down the back and easily stepped off. moments before the trailer flipped over into a ravine. What the heck? Wow. I used to live and work in the suburbs. One evening I was driving home at dusk. I was 18 or 19 and had the house to myself. Brother was out of town and mum was at her parents'. My job was 10 miles from the house and maybe 6 turns on recently sized roads. I'm a fairly observant person and it wouldn't be odd for the same car to be behind me for half of those turns, but this time a car followed me all the way to my residential street. I got a gut feeling I was being followed, so I passed my house and turned left. My house was one over from the corner of another residential street that was a quarter-mile loop that also had another small street in it that reconnected to the loop then back to my street. This car followed me as I made a loop. I then turned right to restart the loop and it followed me again. This time I turned the small street and completed the loop again. It followed me one more time. As I was about to make the loop for the 4th time, they finally drove off. I drove around another 5 minutes just to make sure they didn't circle back, as I had nowhere else to park except out in front of my house, but I was creeped out the rest of the night. I slept with my door locked and barricaded it and with a big kitchen knife. I have no idea if or why they followed me. Don't know if it was a friend pranking me or if my brother put one of his friends up to it, since it's the only time that's ever happened and it was quite coincidental that I was alone. I worked retail and some of the employees did have records, so I just don't know. That's creepy. The fact that you already know that someone is following you after one loop, right? Like one loop. You know, 4 loops and they're still there. That's like a definite. Oh my gosh. I guess they were probably waiting for this person to like get out of the car and like rob them. That's scary. But yes, this ain't no prank, because if it was a prank, the mates would have been like, aha, I saw you, were you scared? So yeah, it wasn't a prank. Someone was definitely targeting them. I thought my son's breathing was weird. He was 4 days old. I couldn't even explain to his doctor what I thought was weird. I just knew it was weird. Took him into the pediatrician and she did a basic look at him, watched him breathe and said he was fine. I'm just in anxious mummy mode. Yeah, okay. Following day, I take him into the ER telling them the same thing. I didn't know what it is, but his breathing is just weird, and boom, his oxygen was 72. He ended up staying on supplemental oxygen at home for 2 months. I was crying to one of those nurses, and he told me mum instinct is real, and I've seen it save a lot of kids' lives. I'd go back to the pediatrician. Okay. How dare you? My kid almost died because of you. She watched him breathe and was like, yeah, he's fine. You're just anxious. I hate that. You know when you go to the doctor thinking, there's something wrong with me. You want to get checked, but they're just like looking at you after you tell them your symptoms and they're like, you're fine. It's nothing. You're fine. And they don't even check. I hate that. Like you go to the doctors, you want some answers, but when they don't give it to you, it's so annoying. I was once walking down a street at night and randomly thought to myself, yikes, I'm gonna get mugged. I ignored the feeling, got mugged. Wow. I mean, like, what do you even do when you have that feeling? Like, what do? Do you just run? Do you hide? What do you do? I mean, if you're gonna get mugged, you're gonna get mugged, right? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!